quicker I bet, I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Yeah. Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
What's up, everybody? The Gritty Gamblers are back. How we doing, boys? How we doing?
Doing good, doing good. How you doing, Austin?
What's going on, guys? What's going on? It's good to be back.
Great to have Austin back. Great to have Austin back. How you
The
doing,
gang's back
Parlay?
together.
Yeah, I'm a little pissed, but
We're gonna cover that game a little later.
we'll get into that.
So first, let's get into the college football from the weekend. Most importantly, shout out Ohio State, our play of the week, more likely. I mean, Parlay and I was pushing Ohio State's line movement through the end of the week like crazy, especially on Friday night. The line, once that line moved from 4.5 to 5.5, I attacked it. I got that 5.5 at the minus 105 with the boost. Put 2 units on it, so we came up pretty good on that. The main place on Thursday that I put out was Rice plus 3.5. So if anybody was on Rice plus 3.5 and the under on JMU, you're welcome. The main miss was the Leafs. Fuck Toronto.
You see that?
What was that?
You see Rice has their own gummy worm guy?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they got a gummy worm guy on the sideline.
I just saw they fried the shit out of it, so that's what.
Nah, they got a dude walking around with treats. He's like snacks. He's the snack guy.
The snack guy.
I'm trying to be a snack guy. Someone call me up. Yo, Alabama, call me up. If you need
I gotta
snack,
get I gotta get this 5-second cook session off. The Leafs, you guys are bums. Host city of Toronto, you guys suck. The Maple Leafs are trash. Whatever, first round, second round, it doesn't matter. Y'all suck. Y'all sold a game to the Canadiens, who lead the league in penalties. I don't want to hear a single word. You're supposed to have this top-notch power play. Y'all couldn't win a game versus the Habs. So, yeah, I just had to get that off my chest. It was the only miss from Thursday. We went 3 for 4. So, yeah, the Leafs, screw them.
The Tampa Bay Bucks, you're on the poo-poo list.
Yeah, I mean, it's official now. It's official. Yeah, also, we got the poo-poo list now. There's a couple teams on there. The Panthers are on the poo-poo list. I know there's a college team on there. Was it Colorado?
Nebraska.
Nebraska's on the poo-poo list. Yeah, Nebraska's on the poo-poo list. Oh, my God. The Panthers are the number 1 NFL team on the poo-poo list.
Panthers, Vikings,
they got
the Houston Cougars. They're on the poo-poo. The Broncos, they finally won. We'll still
watch. You got to take Houston off the poo-poo list. They covered versus West Virginia, and Texas.
I don't care.
Okay, stay on there.
But the Panthers, in my opinion, are the number 1 team on the poo-poo list.
They jammed me twice, 3 times, so they're on there forever.
they're on there.
The Vikings are. Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's a new addition. They got us bad when they played the Eagles and covering that spread. They got us really bad versus the Lions covering that spread. And they did us again this week.
They're on that list.
Yeah. At least they hit the under, but trash. Poo-poo list. But overall, main thing is shout out to Ohio State, man. Y'all did y'all's job. The main bet that we put the most money on is the one that came through. No matter how many units you took on that, bring me my money. It hit.
Hey, life's too short for the under. It hit as well in that game. It almost hit on the Bama game. But
I don't want to talk about that, man.
I mean, I was kind of happy. Like
y'all won. Y'all needed it.
Was it the second it happened? I was like, well, there goes the under.
Austin, we have a live viewer of that Alabama-Tennessee game. Parlay was in the stands.
Yeah, that was fun.
Keep an eye out for Alabama, man. You're giving them space. You're giving them space.
We were down 13-0. I went on a walk around. I went to go. I don't even know where I was going. I went on an elevator. I couldn't watch it for a little bit. Then I came back and we went on a miracle run. It was awesome.
Alabama takes care of LSU. I mean, you're giving them space. You're giving them way too much space.
And if they
all it takes is one game.
Championship.
All it takes is one game. That's it.
But if LSU wins, do Jaden Daniels plus 2,000 for the Heisman. Click.
Looking good, yeah, for sure. Yeah, but I feel like so many people wrote off Alabama so early. And then now they're just starting to kind of roar. Just under the
USF game.
They're just starting to roll, man. A tie's starting to roll.
That's right.
I did want to give a quick shout out.
And I hit plus 2,000 like 3 weeks ago on the Tide. Plus 2,000 on the Tide. I watched it at 3,000, but I waited 1 week.
But I got to give a quick shout out to UCF, man. They covered crazy too. UCF was a great cover for us. They almost won the game.
Hey, UCF, I was like, yo, I was getting pissed because I couldn't watch that game. I was like, yo, you don't have the scores up. They didn't have the score of Ohio State. I was getting pissed. I was like, yo, this should be on like the Jumbotron or something. Nobody, like, come on.
Yeah, our best time slot was definitely
We need like a little
window.
TV at the games for like the other games going on.
It feels like all these teams that are like winning big games the week after just fail to cover every single, like Washington this week just couldn't get Arizona State out of their pocket. So it's like, yeah, that
was beautiful.
Yeah,
it's just like all these games,
a mile away.
All these games are taking all the energy out of them.
State of Arizona's made Parlay a lot of money.
State of Arizona is my best friend. They're like the best.
University of Arizona and Arizona State.
And Arizona State.
Pounding every week.
They do well covering.
Nah, but those were Parlay and I's plays. Did you have any plays over the weekend, Austin?
I did have a few. Most of mine were NFL. I had the Ravens winning. That was pretty easy. I never, after like the first quarter, I was good. I had the Steelers covering +3. Mike Tomlin on the road. Never bet against them. I don't care.
+3 to the
I don't care how bad they are any given year. Mike Tomlin on the road is money. And then I also had the Chiefs -5.5 this weekend, and that was kind of scary up to the end, but they pulled away. Yeah, but mine was I had a big NFL weekend. I'm usually a good college guy, but man, college probably up since like week 5. I think Vegas is starting to catch up on teams, and it's been brutal for me. Like I'm either going even or I'm negative. So I'm trying to get back on the right side.
Experience as you this week, but Parlay and I think over the past 3 weeks have probably, the funny you say that as Vegas has been catching up, the past 3 weeks have been Parlay and I's most profitable weekends of probably the season, in my opinion. Since Vegas, like you said, Vegas has been catching up because we've been following that trend to where right now it's really about where the money is.
Yep.
So,
except for last week. Last week they jammed us. Well, in NFL at least. Hard.
But the past couple weeks and the past 3 weeks have really been just following the money to stay alive because money will flip Friday night, Monday, Saturday morning, like right around like 1 o'clock, like on a 3:30 game.
That's what we did with Ohio State. We watched it.
Flip Friday night.
I was like, yo, Penn State will win unless it flips. And then I saw his face came on and Matt showed up and I go, yo, Matt, the money flipped. And he bet it.
Right there. I took the bet right there. Yeah, I put the money in right there. Like I didn't literally I just gotta give one quick shout out, man. Fuck Arkansas, man. Y'all can't beat Mississippi State you can't put 10 points up. All I needed was 2.5 because the parlay at the 12 o'clock window was looking saucy. UCF, Ohio State, but of course they have to mess it up and can't win by a field goal versus Mississippi State in their homecoming game.
You see what their coach said?
I mean, they fired their OC. I was just in the space before talking to Justin, man. I felt bad. I felt he was talking about
Justin, what was he saying?
Bro, he's
usually the truth. He's usually the truth.
Justin knows, bro.
People don't like him
because he knows
because he's too truthful. He's too truthful about the truth.
And like Arkansas, he said
he went to the BYU game, and that's why he knows the BYU is so good.
Mm-hmm. And BYU, hey, that's a line to watch. Well, that's the last segment we usually get into, lines to watch for Thursday's show, but BYU Texas a line to watch this week. In BYU, no Quinn Ewers
out.
Yeah, Malik Murphy's gonna play, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see
what he's about. He's playing for like a spot, like
transfer this year
on a different team, like you know what I mean? Because there ain't no reason for you to stay there with Arch sitting there.
Mm-hmm. And Shark said Arch is gonna be ready if he has to play.
Yeah,
but
I've heard some stuff about Arch zip on the ball.
You're wearing the hat parlay, so I think it's time since Austin brought up the football. Let's get into this right now.
Man, oh man.
Parlay shoot. Parlay shoot.
I'm gonna get. I'm gonna be for Halloween. I'm gonna get a ref costume and I'm gonna dye it orange and print out a Cleveland Browns logo and put on it, and just get a Cleveland Browns hat And because, like, that's who the refs are. It's 2 weeks in a row. They did it to the 49ers, too. I mean, if you want to call a penalty, at least call it when the ball is, like, not, like, 5 yards away from you in the end zone. Like, I mean, but come on. We're just calling dumb stuff. Like, we got the ball back with 38 seconds, and they call a penalty. Come on. It is what it is. Then they call penalties that they just haven't called all year. They don't call like these pass interference penalties on anyone but the Colts. They did 2 weeks in a row. And if you're going against the Browns, like it's just whatever.
I hate the Browns. I hate them.
PJ Walker does get a win, so I am proud about that because he used to be on the Colts. But
just because they're in my division too, like I can't stand playing them. Can't stand playing the Bengals. Can't stand playing the Ravens every single year. They're just. I hate playing all three of them. It's annoying. And
we
it's
gotta
like
play all y'all this year.
Yeah. I feel like we play the Colts a lot though. Steelers play the Colts a lot, don't you think?
Steelers always kick our butts too. Like no matter what.
I just feel like in recent memory we've always like every year it's kind of seems like we play each other like no matter what. I think last year we may not have.
Maybe. I feel like we did and we lost because I just know like you guys always do something. You guys ran it up on us one time and I've hated y'all ever since. Like, AB, like.
Which is surprising because Mike Tomlin is not a run it up coach.
Yeah, but we've got it ran up from the Steelers quite a few times.
Yeah, but was that when they had Big Ben?
Yeah, it was.
That's enough said because Mike Tomlin's not a running up coach, but Big Ben's a running up quarterback.
Yeah, it's facts. He does not care.
AB down there somewhere.
Yeah.
And AB was on the team too.
I know the year you're talking. I watched that highlights this year.
Because AB, I'm pretty sure that's the game.
The game was in Pittsburgh, and he had like 4 touchdowns, and Big Ben threw for 500 yards, right?
Oh my gosh!
Didn't he jump on the field goal thing? Wasn't that game? Pretty sure. I don't know.
I think you're right. I think you are right. Yeah.
Pretty sure that's the game. That's why I'm like.
It was in Pittsburgh, I think. Yeah.
I just don't really like it because he kicked Cleveland's kicker. And then I'm pretty sure he jumped on y'all's thing whenever.
So I haven't been around in a while, as most people know. So, how have you all been doing so far on like your NFL bets?
College has definitely been better.
Last week was terrible, but before that, not bad.
Not bad.
This week, past couple of weeks have been rough for both Parlay and I, but we generally, in the past couple of weeks, have been leaning pretty together on a lot of picks. So one of us misses, but probably both miss.
Yeah,
I've figured out that you got to stay away from certain teams. What the heck? Yeah, we good. Like I was riding the Patriots for a little bit too long.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, I still rode them this week, and it helped, but the Bucks jammed me, man. I had
versus the Falcons. Yeah, shoot.
Because I had a nice 440 parlay plus 440. And it was I had the Giants plus 3.5, the Patriots plus 7.5, and the Bucks money line, and they just scored a touchdown at the end of the game. It'd have been over.
But that game looked so whack. Like literally watching that game, the Bucks, when it came down to it, they got the ball in so many different positions to go score and take the lead. They literally fumbled the ball at like the 2, I think.
Yeah.
Like they fumbled the ball at the 2. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Bucks fumbled the ball at the 2-yard line.
I don't know. I wasn't watching it. I was in the car.
Oh yeah, but
watching a terrible game.
Yeah.
Or I might have been asleep. No, I went to sleep.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That Colts game was probably the best game of the first half slate. Like.
Yeah, but it
just wasn't good for
terrible refs who don't even have to say anything
after.
Worst
refs of the weekend.
Yeah.
Ask Miami how they're feeling right now. Ask Miami how they're feeling.
Yeah, how'd y'all do in that game though? So I had the Eagles in that game.
So I
wanted to take the Eagles and the under, but I just didn't. I stayed off of it.
Public was all over Philly, so I didn't want to touch it because the public had been wrong all day, and of course that's the game the public got right.
Yeah. I saw that the Dolphins were like 5-1 against the spread for the whole year. I was like, man, they're due to drop another, like, because if you look from past years, the percentage that teams in the NFL against the spread, the best percentage is only like 75% every year. So like I knew that eventually they were going to have to lay an egg, and I was like, this has to be one of those games just because they're at Philly too. So
You're talking about against the spread. I'm not trying to sidetrack sports. It's just a 5-second thing. Should we just keep betting Michigan to cover as long as the sign stealing stuff's going on?
dude, oh my gosh.
Because if you look at the numbers, their covers stats and like them against the spread is ridiculous in that sign stealing.
We're talking about Michigan, right?
Yeah, parlay.
Are they losing bowl eligibility? I think they should. I think
they're gonna get some win stripped and they're gonna lose their Big Ten championships. Maybe that's what might actually happen.
Dude, they need to lose bowl
This
eligibility.
is bad. Like Michigan fans don't understand how bad.
2 years and then John Harbaugh.
2.0.
Oh,
Spygate 2.0.
Did you all see the news that just came out like right before we got on here?
Yeah.
All the news.
That dude bought like 30 different tickets.
Oh no. He makes $55,000 a year. They're looking into who's buying the tickets and all these extravagant
They bought tickets at the Ohio State Penn State game this Saturday. They got
one on each side of the field.
On each side of the 50.
And did not attend the game.
They just have people filming with phones and stuff on each side, bro. It's horrendous.
That's bad. That's a bad look. That's a real bad look.
Harbaugh, they're getting their win strip, in my opinion. They're getting their win strip from 2021 and 2022, which are their 2 good years. So,
like, do you think? I mean, I don't believe that they'll come up with a decision before the end of the year. So, can you see a scenario where they like go all the way to the playoffs, maybe potentially win the national title, and then that gets stripped eventually?
Yes.
That's okay. Wow, that would be huge.
No, don't do that. Just don't even put them in. Nah, don't do this USC stuff.
A lot of people saying the script.
Don't even put them in.
People when they say the script, but it's not wrong sometimes. The script is already looking like Ohio State might go upset them in the big house.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Like, who looks like a more battle-tested team that's been through things this year?
Dude, yeah, Ohio State looks really good.
Ohio State had to go beat Notre Dame in Notre Dame. We saw what USC did in Notre Dame.
Yeah, yes.
And then they went and played Penn State. I know it was at home, but they still beat and manhandled Penn State, minus a couple plays that were flags, so they didn't count.
Right.
So, yeah, no. Penn State got a whooping, and the real question is, can Michigan do the same thing to Penn State when they have to go to Penn State in a couple weeks?
That's gonna be a game, man.
Because I don't think the same Drew Allar is going to show up that he showed up in Ohio in Penn State.
Yeah, but I don't think Michigan's played a defense like they played like a Penn State defense. I don't think they played one yet.
Their season doesn't start until they play Penn State.
Right.
They have 3 games in their season, and it's those 2, Maryland in between.
No, man.
We got to think about this week, Ohio State, Wisconsin.
They're winning. They're winning that game. What's the line on it? I haven't checked the line yet.
Wisconsin's getting 15.
It's at Wisconsin, right?
Yeah.
I saw. Didn't Rutgers
home dog?
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Wisconsin get messed up by Rutgers or something like that, or one of these teams? And they were 9-point favorites.
5-2.
Weren't they 9-point favorites to Iowa and got cooked?
I mean, they're 5-2.
Yes, but they're in the Big Ten West. When you're in the Big Ten West and you play one of these 3 teams the past couple of years, you get turned into a French fry.
I mean, I need them to win 9 games, so let's go.
You have 9 games.
We'll probably talk about this more on Thursday, but as of right now, as I'm thinking about it, it's really hard for me to go against Luke Fickell at home. I don't know. I mean, I know it's not technically his team, but
his form. He used to coach at Ohio State too, didn't he?
When they had to go play Purdue
and he played there. Played there and coached there.
Is that what I don't know his whole history. So
I'm pretty sure he's an interim coach there and played there.
Wow.
Yeah, he leads Wisconsin. Yeah.
So as of right now,
they're still losing. They're still gonna get cooked. Don't get it wrong.
I'll take the 15, but
that's a line to watch.
That is a line to watch. I'd love for it to be 17. I'd hammer 17 all day long.
He plays up in big games too.
Since we're getting into lines to watch, let's look at it. So, what do we think about Georgia versus Florida?
Georgia.
Yeah, right now it's at 14.5. It started off, I think it came down a few points since last week, right? It was at like 20 or like 18 something last week, and it came down to about 14.
Yeah,
Florida is the biggest. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
I feel like everyone's on Florida because of Brock Bowers.
I personally think it has more to do with the anomaly of Florida is extremely good at home and not on the road.
That game is fucking tough. I'm leaning Georgia probably. Yeah. You see me just like rip my face.
That's come down a touchdown, but
so what's that?
Another question.
So what's that line at now? It was at 14.5.
It's at 14.5. It was at 20.5.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I guess.
Brock Bowers injury line change. I don't know if Brock Bowers is worth 6 points, but
on the 22nd, it was yesterday. It was 20.5.
I feel like 14.5. They're absolutely begging you to take Florida. 14.5. They're begging you to take Florida there. 100%. They're begging you to take them.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, I have such a hard time betting. I mean, Georgia, if you think about it, Georgia really hasn't looked great. There's only been like 1 or 2 games where they've actually looked like the Georgia of the past. And
how long there?
Yo, bro, I just saw this. They're giving Utah 7 points at home.
First who?
Oregon.
I love Oregon there, by the way.
Really?
Love Oregon.
In Utah.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, no. I think that's one to watch. They can get the money.
But Utah gets the money late.
That's what I'm saying.
Love Oregon at 7 there. I mean, I've been on Oregon all year, though. So, I mean, I was on Oregon for Washington.
Who was that? -1.5?
Yeah, I was on Oregon at Washington. And to be honest, should have beat Washington. Should have beat them.
But did they?
They did not.
-2.5 prevailed.
Bad coaching.
I think the words in Husky Town is Big Penix Energy is what they say.
Big Penix
I think that's what they say. But, Big Penix Energy. So that's what we're going with.
We don't say it how Desmond Howard says it. We say it properly.
He said.
Yeah, we're not gonna say it how he said it. And one quick game I want to give a shout out to, Group of 5 game, Tulane versus Rice. That's a decent game to look at. Tulane might smash. Tulane might actually, as Khabib. You guys know the fighter Khabib?
Oh yeah,
UFC fighter. This is what he would say. He's like, "We smashed them. They're gonna get smashed.
Wow.
They're gonna get smashed. It's not gonna be fun for Rice. I'm sorry. JT Daniels is cool.
I kind of like that.
But Tulane, they're coming through in town, and let me see where this game's at. Bro, it's in Houston. Should not matter. I mean, I will tell you this. Tulane has a hard time covering some games when they have wider spreads.
Is their quarterback back?
Oh yeah, Pratt's playing. Yeah, Pratt's been playing. He's playing. He didn't do much versus North Texas, but like they also didn't have to use him. They ran the ball like crazy. Tulane competed with an SEC school this year with a backup quarterback. As soon as I saw that, I realized you got to at least look at them for some of these betting. When they
did they cover though?
That's where I'm saying. Hold up, I got distracted. I don't know if we're watching baseball here, but the D-backs are fighting for their lives and they're already up 3-1. I didn't bet on the game,
D-backs.
but the D-backs are fighting for their lives halfway through the game. I know Parlay and I both on the Astros tonight. We both on the Astros.
Oh yeah, I'm on the Astros too. Hammer Astros.
So all 3 of us on the Astros. We know.
Scherzer's on the butt.
-1.5 tonight, baby. Astros -1.5.
Austin just said the key thing though. They putting Max Scherzer on the mound.
That guy.
See what happened game 3 when they rushed him back?
Exactly, and he is like honestly, I feel like he is. I don't want to sound like an ass saying this, but I don't want to be mean about it. It feels like he only wants to pitch in like big games.
You want me to tell you why? because when it came to us winning our World Series here for the Nationals, he wasn't the best pitcher when we won our World Series.
Oh no.
You know who our best pitcher was? It was Steven Strasburg.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he
that
knows
at least that year.
And he knows that in a game 7 or whichever game that was the elimination game, deciding game for us, when it came to win the game, our bats won the game, not him. He gave up the lead, and we went and got it back. And stuff like that sticks in a world top level pitcher's mind.
But if you give up the lead versus Houston team, then they're not coming back, bro. They're not coming back this time.
Also, Javier is like a scary pitcher on the mound in these playoff high leverage situations.
That Creed curse is gonna come back and haunt them. They're gonna stop playing that Creed music.
Dang,
bro.
that's crazy. Oh wait,
what do y'all
all
think
the
about?
breaking news just came out. Giannis just re-signed too.
Oh my gosh.
Giannis
re-signed?
3 years, 186 max contract. He got the bag.
Yeah, he got Dame.
Bro.
And he was like, yeah, I'm staying.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand.
LA. I know
That's
what he's
not
about to
what
say.
he's supposed to do.
He wanted him to come to the Lakers so bad.
He can still get traded there when Damian Lillard is done in 2 years. So
I gotta see this. Hold up. Oh no! Wow. Yeah, they just started homering off. They got 2 homers off Nola. Yeah. No, that's scary. That's your Philly second best pitcher.
What do you all like as far as because I know y'all said y'all had the Astros tonight, as far as futures for the rest of the playoffs in the MLB?
I ain't got nothing really.
People are leading Phillies. I think Astros might reach and go back to back.
I think if Phillies reach it, I think Phillies are going to beat the Astros. I think.
You think?
I think they might get them.
That math is what I had thinking about the Braves getting their get back versus the Phillies this year, and look what happened.
Yeah.
Sometimes matchups are matchups.
Yeah.
Valdez might just be a bad matchup for that Philadelphia roster.
God, but Phillies bats are with. Well, it was the Rangers, but I think Phillies bats right now are the hottest in the league.
Yeah.
They are hot, dude. But I don't know. I think if there's a scenario where the Phillies and Astros do play for the World Series, I think I'm going to take the Phillies. I don't know. I just something about it's telling me you got to take the Phillies here.
Yeah, no, the Phillies definitely look like probably the best overall option in that scenario. But the money is going to – I think the value is going to be with the Astros, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You're getting the Phillies at like plus 130, I think, or something like that. You're going to get the Astros at like plus 2 something most likely right now. So you're going to be in much unit value on a very similar team with, my opinion, a more well-balanced team because the Astros have a much deeper rotation. They're just not 2 guys. Like, if you really look at Philadelphia's pitching, it's 2 guys. Really look at it.
Well, the thing with it, too, is like if the Diamondbacks beat the Phillies, that's going to change. That number's going to change.
Yeah. Oh, of course. And to be honest, it probably changed right now, and it's probably locked.
It could probably, honestly,
right
if we're thinking about it, if the Astros win tonight and the Phillies lose, the Phillies obviously have to play a Game 7. Astros are already technically in it. It'll probably flip. It'll probably flip. Yeah.
Isn't tonight Game 7 for the Astros?
Yes.
Yes.
So if they win tonight, they're in.
But if Diamondbacks beat the Phillies tonight, then they have to play a Game 7. I think it's tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So, and is that at the Phillies or at the Diamondbacks?
Right now, it's in Philly.
So the Game 7, will that be in Arizona?
Both will be in Philly. Both will be in Philly.
Okay. So I guess I feel a little bit better if it goes to Game 7.
Yeah. Just to get a quick in here right now, I'll probably get more out on Twitter, but just looking at some quick games to look at for Casas Hockey Corner. I forgot to say the segment. My bad. Casas Hockey Corner. Games to watch will be Stars Penguins tomorrow night. That's going to be a prime game for action when it comes to props, like Ottinger saves because the Penguins take a lot of shots, and you want to watch that line as well as potentially where the line's going to be at. I don't know if I think the Penguins are going to cover in this game. I'm sorry. But I also wouldn't want to bet that line just because it's too even with Dallas being at almost even money, even though Dallas is the better team. Don't want to bet that line. Lines you do want to look at, Columbus is going to be a good line versus the Ducks if they have Merzlikins in goal. Columbus is coming off a rough year, but Merzlikins is playing out of his mind since he's come back. He just got sick in the middle of the past week, so he didn't get to play some starts in. They got shelled. But if he's playing Merzlikins, you're going to want to look at that. Let's see. The Bruins, which are the main money team I use the past 2 years, they've been the number one profit booster in all sports. The Bruins have been the number one team profit-wise, no matter what the sport is. They've won 63 games last year, and they covered a lot of them. So looking at, as in the spread, plus money. So looking at this week, I can't believe I'm saying this against this team, but you're going to have to watch out because they just already played the Blackhawks and covered the spread a week ago. And no, it was about 2 weeks ago. And they have the Blackhawks again tomorrow night. I would probably still bet the Bruins with their spread. It's going to be minus money at this point because they're covering like crazy. If you're going to want to throw in something sweetener to get it on top of, add David Pastrnak anytime goal. The two best prop players in all of hockey right now, Alex DeBrincat and David Pastrnak, scoring on almost every game. DeBrincat had 8 goals in 6 games. So those are the two players you're going to want to look at. The Red Wings playing the Kraken, now that's a spot you're going to look at. Follow the money for that. I'd be on the Red Wings that game. They're really hot right now, and DeBrincat's playing like an MVP level player since this trade. But that's the main things from Costa's Hockey Corner. I mean, I don't like the game tonight. It's a poop list type game. You don't want to bet on that type of game. You're going to have the Sabres and then the Habs. It's a type of game where the Sabres will probably win, but they won't cover, more like a 4-3 type game. So you can maybe bet the over is actually looking probably decent in this game. But the money is on the under, so that's put it all together for it to stay off. You don't want to bet this game. Only prop I will take is going to be Tage Thompson over points, but it's not going to be at value to take it.
Touche.
Kasasaki Corner.
Kasasaki Corner.
Speaking of tonight, I'm seeing late money movement on Minnesota just now.
I mean, they'll cover, to be honest. They'll find a way to cover in these games, bro. It's weird, bro. I don't know what it is with Minnesota. I like the Niners. I have an alt spread of them with like a super teaser, like Niners minus 2.5, Niners alt spread minus under 49.5, and then the Astros money line altogether. But I mean, on paper they should crush them, but that's not how football works. Clearly, especially with this Vikings team.
I'm nervous about it, just with McCaffrey being somewhat injured. But I did look up a couple stats. Ever since McCaffrey has been on the 49ers, they are 3-1 against the spread after a loss. So that kind of makes me want to lean towards the 49ers here. Now, I do know as a road favorite, they're pretty bad covering the spread. So that's kind of making me worrisome, but I'm still going to take the 49ers off a loss. I think they're pissed from last week. And I think I'm going to take them at 7.
I'm not going to touch that part of it because they are on the poo-poo list until proven otherwise. So
they got you last week.
I do like the under a lot in this game, though. I like the under.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the under too. Yeah, I bought points like crazy. But
pretty sure, I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure the under is done really good on Monday nights.
It's done good in prime time, I've noticed.
Unlike usual, Thursday it does really good last couple years, but not as so much this year. But feel like Monday's doing pretty good. I think it was last week that it hit. I don't know. But
oh yeah, last week Monday Night Football was at 20-17, 37 points. Yeah, it hit. So yeah, I like the under in this game too. The main highlights is we're gonna look at is, as Austin mentioned, CMC is out. So, we know he's playing, but he's
questionable.
He's playing. No, he's gonna play. They said, but
is he?
Yeah, they've been putting it out. It didn't come out like the official injury report like designation yet, but Schefter tweeted out earlier today he's gonna play.
I think it's gonna be a split. Him
and Mason
tonight. Yeah, I think this might be the night where his touchdown streak ends. I think it might be it.
Ayuk game again.
Yep. I've heard a lot about Ayuk tonight. I know a lot of people that are on Ayuk.
And that scares me because I haven't been fantasy, and all this money on his props means he might not go off tonight. Vegas might make a call. So I think his props are going to be within the 90 percentile of over people are hitting.
Wait, I think I got him and TJ Hawkinson
Yeah, bro. Like I'm really concerned about Ayuk, bro, because
Which one?
It's the script, bro. Everyone's assuming now. To be honest
I
with you,
do.
Kyle Shanahan is one of the guys who at least follows his script, and like he will game plan to get Ayuk a bunch of touches. It's just will they be enough to hit his props?
I got something that's really out of this world for tonight's game too. Like this is,
tight end.
I mean, you really have to like dive deep into analytics for this one. I personally like Greg Joseph to kick over 5.5 kicking points. I mean, 2 field goals. I'm all in.
What's the over on field goals tonight? Is it 3.5?
Ooh, I don't know that one.
Sometimes at one time it was at 3.5 a lot, but I'm gonna look because I feel like 3.5 that'd be a good one. Let's see props. Let's see.
But yeah,
props.
I love Greg Joseph over 5.5 kicking points tonight.
Trent Williams isn't playing today.
You said what?
Trent Williams isn't playing today.
Yeah, I know he's doubtful.
Dre Greenlaw is questionable.
Oh, you might somebody if you like your player props. I wouldn't mind doing like a Nick Bosa sack. That seems like it's on its way.
Ezra Cleveland's out too for the Vikings, so yeah, I mean, not like it would have mattered too much, but
right. While
total field goals made over 3.5 at plus 135.
Plus 135. Wow.
Jake Moody needs to get it too. Make some action.
He's gonna lock it in tonight. He's locked in. He's locked in. And we have one more thing to hit on before we get out of here. We've got NBA games this week.
Yeah, I totally forgot about it. NBA does.
What day does that start?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. Your Lakers are on TV.
Yeah, the Lakers. Yo, I'm in I gotta throw y'all in here if y'all want. I'm in like a basketball betting chat, bro.
Please throw me.
They were going at it today.
Were they?
Twitter. They were going at it about player of the year or no, comeback player of the year or whatever, most improved. And someone's like, y'all sleeping Ben Simmons, and then someone's like, no, y'all sleeping Zion. And I'm sitting here, I got a 10 Zion somewhere that I bought for like $6 on auction, and I'm just waiting for this man to finally be good. It was like right after all
for
the
real though. We know it's gonna be Jordan Poole out though in the DMV. Jordan Poole.
Dude, I kind of like LA to cover.
It's 4.5 right now, I think, right?
Oh, LA win plus 166.
That's great. Made me shake my camera.
I might go ahead and hit that now.
Listen, Jokic to record a triple-double, lock it in. It's a set it and forget it. Jokic triple-double.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you this right now. The line just flipped, and the Suns might be the one on Tuesday.
I think Suns are the one. I think they are. I hate it being at the Warriors, but
the line flipped because the people didn't know how Devin Booker and Bradley Beal were, but they both fully practiced on Monday, so they're playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which today, obviously, they both fully practiced today. So yeah, they're.
I don't know. I don't want to take that yet. I'm. Oh my gosh, that's a tough one. That's probably going to be like a player prop game for me. Like I'll probably take.
I'll tell you this: the line movement for LA
crazy.
is good. The line movement for LA is good. It came down from 5.5 to 4.5, and then let's check the line movement for Phoenix is of course great because the lines flipped because of that because Golden State was favored before all that news came out.
I think people worried about Denver just because they did lose a couple key pieces to that.
Bruce Brown, they lost a couple pieces, yeah, and LA got better.
Yeah, for sure.
One thing I like in that game, probably, which one is it? Based off what I'm looking at, I like KD 25 plus points on Tuesday night. I really feels like he's the healthiest one of the trio. And if that's the case, he's probably going to, knowing how Kev plays, he's going to try to carry the workload and play as many minutes as he can to win that game versus one of his old squads, versus some of his old teammates. Don't be surprised if you see 35 points out of K-Trey 5 first game.
Man, I've gotten burnt by him so many times on points. Like there's the games that I bet is over points, he goes under. The games I go under, he goes over. I can't do it no more. Just like there's an ongoing joke with me and my friend group just about how terrible I am with KD.
KD was on my poo-poo list last year. I'm not
oh my gosh, it's so annoying.
But at the same time, You know why I kept betting him? Because the year before he was the most consistent points hitter in the whole entire league.
Yeah.
Because last year was weird for him when he was in Phoenix and in Brooklyn. But there was a time period where you could bet KD 25 plus and you were chilling. It was a nice parlay builder. It did not matter.
Right. Gosh.
But just looking at the setup of that game tomorrow, him and Steph, and you could probably parlay both of them for 25 plus.
See, that's one of those games. I know y'all talking about. But that's one of those games I can't touch, man. When it's like opens at like +1 and it goes -1.5, and then watch it come back to +1 or something dumb tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I can't do that one.
But yeah, of those games, I'm probably leading the Suns, and then I'm probably leaning the Nuggets still at home. Championship banner night. I think he's probably taking, unless LeBron says, "Hey, I got one more left in me," and just kind of like goes and takes that game on by storm. I don't see that happening.
Dude,
Hey man, shout out Bron.
It's time to hang up the
Oldest
LeBron
player in the league.
jersey.
Shout out Bron, man, oldest player in the league.
Shout out Bron. What a guy. Incredible. Man, this was fun, gentlemen. I'm glad to be back.
Yeah,
I was on my hiatus.
Oh, look at it. He got his jersey.
That's right. You know what? I should have brought mine on today.
LeBron James.
Said, Austin,
That's in Cleveland. Yo, I thrifted this at it's Cleveland. Yo, it's that Goodwill, bro. It was like on a rack, like that. They hadn't even put it out yet. I was like, yo, I like sat there for like 30 minutes waiting for them to put it out. My friends like, yo, we gotta leave. Just take it.
The only jersey I don't have him is his like his new tenure in Cleveland. Like, you know how the lettering was a little different. I have like his old Cleveland jersey. I have his Miami jersey.
The newest Cleveland, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's the newer. Yeah, that's the newer
Cleveland. We did it for you,
man. And I also have his 6 at the Lakers, and I have his 23 at the Lakers.
I want the baby blue Lakers one,
man. Shout out Bron, man.
Shout out Bron. But yeah, looking at Snap. So,
yo, tomorrow morning, wake up video with Powder.
That's right.
Line up week 9, Luke 8, or whatever it is.
Hey, I'm holding you to that now. I'm gonna look out for that.
You can use that for the line.
No, you see it the other day? My wake up video?
I didn't see your wake up video.
For the Alabama game, I had trash cans. Like the metal ones. And I was like, boom, boom, boom. And I shocked on a beer at 8:21 in the morning.
Yeah, parlay was on.
Yeah,
I think it was like 7:45 when I shotgunned the beer, and the post just went up at 8:21. But it was rough.
I think so just looking at it now, I just wanted to highlight it one more time before we start to wrap up here. The main college games we're probably watching going into Thursday before we have some lines to look at in picks are going to be probably Oregon, Utah. We're definitely going to be looking at probably Louisville, Duke. Also
we got the bye, but so does LSU, so it makes me really like
we're going to watch Oklahoma at the Kansas too, because that's within a single-digit spread, so that's going to be something to watch. Oh, you can't.
Is that Jalen Daniels kid back?
I don't think he played last week. And actually, let me see. Yeah, he didn't play versus Oklahoma State.
I ain't touching them again until he comes back.
Yeah. They burned us so hard versus Texas. That's a poo-poo list worth move on its own. But besides that, there's not any crazy games. I mean, a sneaky game to look out for because I saw them on TV and I know they can play. Look out for Air Force versus Colorado State. That's going to be an interesting game on ESPN on Saturday night. Air Force right now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm looking at their 12-point favorites versus Colorado State. I'd have to look into that more, but Colorado State's not – they're a bad team, don't get me wrong, but they're not, like, terrible. They got players –
they're actually, like, not that bad. I've been,
that's
like –
kind of what I'm getting. Like, they have the guy with the second most sacks in the nation on their team. Like – and they have a decent, competent offense that can move the ball. I think
their quarterback is, like, up there in yards, too.
He's, like, top 10 in passing yards. Like a sophomore or freshman or something like that.
He's not bad.
I'm pulling him up.
Yeah, I can see half their defense transferring to Colorado to go play with Prime.
Huh?
I get.
Well, watch Henry Blackburn be in a Colorado jersey next year.
No, he's going to transfer.
He'll play next to Travis Hunter on the back end. Henry Blackburn playing next to the back on the backhand.
That'd be pretty funny.
I mean, they cool now, but that's funny.
He'd be laying the wood, bro.
I gotta say this before we also
He
get out
needs
of here.
someone to do that.
This is you guys know me. I'm in Virginia. You guys saw UNC, them damn frauds. I've been calling them spread beaters all season, and yet I didn't touch them versus UVA. Thank God I didn't, because you saw what happened to them frauds at UNC. They lost at home to a team from Virginia. I live in Virginia. We don't got caught. Imagine if they played JMU, man. The Birdman hand sign is what you would have been saying. JMU would have ran them boys into the ground. I'm telling you right now, UNC, fraudulent. You don't lose
knew it was
to a Virginia
coming.
team. You don't lose to a Virginia team. You don't.
And Alabama
Virginia, I
on the
know.
top 10 again. Only 8 teams better than us right now.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Oh, and then this game's going to get a ton of TV, so I got to point it out. Colorado, UCLA. Do we think Colorado can cover 17 points versus UCLA?
17?
Yeah, it's 17 right now.
Gosh, it's a lot.
I know. I think we're kind of at the point where I'm like, yo,
I'm iffy on
That
Colorado
Oregon
now,
game?
though.
Huh?
Is that an Oregon game? Like Oregon, Colorado? And just blow them out? And watch it go? And are we going to watch it go
Isn't
21, or are
Pasadena,
we going to take it before it gets
it's at
up?
home for UCLA. The thing is, UCLA's having offense. They can run the ball, but their offense is like not that crazy.
They beat Stanford 42-7.
That's what that
last
line
week.
for them. That makes sense. Because their defense is elite.
They were minus 17 versus Stanford.
And they covered. So they just gave them the same line, yeah. Yo, Tennessee's only 4-point favorites versus Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky. I like Kentucky.
Yeah, all right, that's a line to watch going into Thursday. But is there anything else you guys want to look at for tonight?
I'm all set, man.
Not really.
We're good. Parlay, send us off. You guys have a great one.
Yeah.
Or I bet I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.